Asia-Pacific stocks mixed as China's factory and services activity contracts, CNBC. Shares in the Asia-Pacific were mixed on Monday as China factory activity missed expectations. And as the market looks ahead to the U.S. Fed meeting this week. Shares in the Asia-Pacific were mixed on Monday as China factory activity missed expectations. And as markets look ahead to the U.S. Fed meeting later this week. Hong Kong's Hang Seng Index was frac. Plus 833 chars. Sister Wives Robin Brown is, at a loss, calls Christine leaving Cody, this big bomb going off in My Family? Yahoo Entertainment. Null. Asia-Pacific stocks rise despite China's factory and services activity contracting, CNBC. Shares in the Asia-Pacific were mostly higher on Monday as China factory activity missed expectations. And as the market looks ahead to the U.S. Fed meeting this week. Null. RSV. Flu and COVID could result in triple-demic. Some experts say. Gainesville Sun. Hospitals are reporting a rare increase in the number of small children becoming infected with a common respiratory illness akin to the common cold. A respiratory virus is surging across Florida and other parts of the country, causing health experts to warn of a potential triple-demic during the next several months. Some hospitals are reporting plus 5859 chars. Traces of ancient ocean discovered on Mars. This means a higher potential for life, SciTech Daily. New evidence for an ancient northern ocean on Mars has been uncovered in a recently released set of topography maps. These maps offer the strongest case yet that the planet once experienced sea level rise consistent with an extended warm and wet climate, which by Penn State University October 30, 2022. Stitched together from 28 images. This view from NASA's Curiosity Mars rover was captured after the rover ascended the steep slope of a geologic feature called plus 6986 chars. Can't miss play. Allen slings 26-yard TD dime to Diggs while absorbing hit. NFL.com. Less than P greater than Buffalo Bills quarterback Josh Allen slings a 26-yard TD dime to Bills wide receiver Stefon Diggs while absorbing a hit. Less than P greater than null. Streamer who broke back at TwitchCon shows off scar. Details recovery. Kotaku. A casual jump into a foam pit has been a life-changing experience for Adriana Chechik. Adriana Chechik, who made headlines earlier this month after she broke her back in 2 places at TwitchCon, has returned to streaming with some updates and a close look at how her recovery has been going. Plus 1572 chars. Musk Twitter takeover. Billionaire denies report he plans to fire workers to avoid payouts. BBC. The world's richest man completed his takeover of the platform last week after months of legal wrangling. Elon Musk has denied a New York Times report that he plans to lay off Twitter workers before the start of next month to avoid having to make payouts. Replying to a Twitter user asking about the repo. Plus 2113 chars. House of the Dragon, questions we still have after Season 1. Insider. From the entrance of Daeron Targaryen, Alicent's 4th child, to the whereabouts of Lord Commander Harold Westerling. We've got questions. Null. Sunday Night Football. Bills beat Packers 27-17 for fourth win in a row. NBC Sports. The Bills scored only 3 points in the second half. With Josh Allen throwing 2 picks. They went 2 for 7 on third down on the night and lost the time of possession 33-48 to 26-12. It was not one of their better games of the season. But the Bills did what The Bills scored only 3 points in the second half. With Josh Allen throwing 2 picks. They went 2 for 7 on third down on the night and lost the time of possession 33-48 to 26-12. It was not 1 plus 1190 chars. Breast cancer patients who respond well to pre-surgical treatment may be able to skip surgery. Study. Fox News. New research from the University of Texas MD Anderson Cancer Center indicates that some patients diagnosed with early-stage breast cancer may be able to skip surgery and receive radiation. Patients diagnosed with early-stage breast cancer who had a good response to targeted cancer treatment prior to surgery, otherwise known as adjuvant therapy, may be able to skip surgery and receive rad. plus 6139 chars. A skyscraper-sized, potentially hazardous, asteroid will zip through Earth's orbit on Halloween. Space.com. The asteroid's upper size estimate is just short of the world's tallest building. A newly discovered, potentially hazardous, asteroid almost the size of the world's tallest skyscraper is set to tumble past Earth just in time for Halloween. According to NASA, the asteroid call plus 4324 chars. Commanders W.R. Malloran plays key role in comeback victory. ESPN. Washington veteran wide receiver Terry Malloran, an Indianapolis native playing in front of family and friends, keyed the late rally on Sunday, as the Commanders defeated the Colts to push their winning streak to 3 games. Indianapolis. As the ball floated to Terry Malloran, there were 70 family members and friends in the stands who knew what would happen. They'd seen it before. In this stadium, there were 52 washi plus 4520 chars. Google outlines why they are removing JPEG XL support from Chrome. Phoronix. Following yesterday's article about Google Chrome preparing to deprecate the JPEG XL image format, a Google engineer has now provided their reasons for dropping this next-generation image format. Following yesterday's article about Google Chrome preparing to deprecate the JPEG XL image format, a Google engineer has now provided their reasons for dropping this next-generation image format as plus 2157 chars. Jim Cramer. The tech tyranny is over. These are the stocks driving this market. CNBC. A couple of $1 trillion came out of a handful of stocks and not all of it went into the 2-year treasuries. Null. Streamer who broke back at TwitchCon shows off scar. Details recovery. Kotaku. A casual jump into a foam pit has been a life-changing experience for Adriana Chechik. Adriana Chechik, who made headlines earlier this month after she broke her back in 2 places at TwitchCon, has returned to streaming with some updates and a close look at how her recovery has been going. Plus 1572 chars. Seoul crowd disaster leaves South Korea reeling. As death toll rises to 154. CNN. South Korean authorities are investigating the crowd surge that killed at least 154 party-goers in Seoul, as the rattled nation attempts to come to terms with one of its worst-ever disasters. South Korean authorities are investigating the crowd surge that killed at least 154 party-goers in Seoul, as the rattled nation attempts to come to terms with one of its worst-ever disasters. The coup. +4222 Chars. New hybrid virus discovered as flu and RSV fuse into single pathogen. Science alert. Researchers have witnessed two viruses, influenza A and respiratory syncytial virus, fuse together to form a single hybrid virus. Researchers have witnessed two viruses, influenza A and respiratory syncytial virus, fuse together to form a single hybrid virus. While competition between viruses has been researched in some detail. +3149 Chars. Has this iconic Northwest tree reached a tipping point? The Seattle Times null. NFL Week 8 early game tracker. Ezekiel Elliott inactive. Eagles put unbeaten record on the line versus Steelers. Yahoo Sports. Follow the action live with Yahoo Sports as Pittsburgh tries to hang the first loss on Philadelphia. Yahoo Fantasy Football Forecast. Andy Behrens, Dalton Del Don, Matt Harmon, Liz Loza, Scott Panofsky. Yes. The Google Play Store's update button got bigger. 9 to 5 Google. The Play Store has picked up a handful of new multi-device features. A smaller Google Play Store tweak sees the update button get bigger. In recent weeks, the Play Store has picked up a handful of new multi-device features and more are coming. A much smaller Google Play Store tweak sees the update button get bigger. Google's initial M. +1266 Chars. The world is running out of helium. Why doctors are worried. NBC News reports. A global helium shortage has doctors worried about one of the natural gases most essential and perhaps unexpected uses. MRIs. Strange as it sounds, the lighter-than-air element that gives balloons their buoyancy also powers the vital M. First, the history. The U.S. was long ago discovered to have the vast majority of the planet's helium. The stuff leaks out of the oil deposits in the southwestern U.S. and is not found in the same concern. +3852 Chars. Celebrity Halloween costumes 2022. See the photos. Variety. Halloween came early this year. And in full force. As Hollywood's best costumed up over the weekend for a series of exclusive parties. Celebrities like Machine Gun Kelly, Megan Fox, Paris Hilton, Henry Golding, Taylor Lautner and Rebel Wilson were just a FR. Halloween came early this year and in full force as Hollywood's best costumed up over the weekend. For a series of exclusive parties. Celebrities like Machine Gun Kelly, Megan Fox, Paris Hilton, Henna. +943 Chars. Michigan State football. Mel Tucker suspends 4 for altercation at UM. Detroit Free Press. Michigan State football coach Mel Tucker late Sunday night suspended 4 Spartans for their roles in a fight with Michigan players on Saturday. Michigan State football coach Mel Tucker on Sunday night suspended 4 players immediately for their roles in a post-game altercation with 2 Michigan players a day earlier. Tucker announced the IM +4459 CHARS. Afternoon naps, dark chocolate and video games. Dr. Michael Mosley advises on health improvements. Daily Mail. Dr. Michael Mosley. Not only can napping boost mood and well-being, but large studies have shown a link between regular napping and good heart health. In his new book, Just One Thing, Dr. Michael Mosley reveals simple but effective steps you can take to improve your physical and mental health. In today's extract, he offers 6 more surprising ways to +17680 CHARS. Astonishing experiment shows bumblebees play with objects. SciTech Daily. Bumblebees play. According to new research published in the journal Animal Behavior, it is the first time that object play behavior has been shown in an insect, adding to mounting evidence that bees may experience positive feelings. Numerous experiments. First ever study shows that bumblebees play. The experiment, in which bumblebees rolled wooden balls, was the first time that object play behavior has been shown in an insect. Bumblebees play. AC +3953 CHARS. Lakers win. Take down Denver Nuggets. Lakers Nation. The Lakers picked up a win at home against Denver. Null. How to access weapon tuning in MW2 The Game House. Since it is a feature that players will be using very often, here's how gamers can access weapon tuning in MW2. With the launch of the newest Call of Duty titles came a brand new feature. One of the newest features is weapon tuning in Modern Warfare 2. Since it is a feature that players will be using often, her +1769 CHARS